Hi everyone, it's Thursday and we are working on the properties of 3D shapes. Our aim is that we are learning to sort, describe and name familiar three-dimensional objects in the environment. Our success criteria include that we can make 3D objects using different materials from home or school. I can recognize and name 3D objects. I can begin to identify some features of 3D objects. I can identify a 3D shape based on its descriptions. I can predict and describe the movement of objects based on their properties. And we will continue to use the same vocabulary, particularly focusing on words such as roll, slide, and stack today. Okay, today we're going to continue to look at the different features of the shapes and the ways we can describe them. We'll also learn some different names of the three-dimensional shapes. However, it's most important that we can describe the features of the shapes. We don't necessarily have to know every one of these shapes today. We're really focusing on being able to describe the shapes. If you start to learn all of the names of the shapes, that's wonderful, but let's just work on being able to identify the different features of the shapes and working out the differences between some of the shapes. Okay, so let's have a look through the looking glass and see what we can see. Straight away, we can see a curved shape. I wonder if we can see any curved shapes as we look at our panel over here. Which shape do you think it might be? Let's check the answer. Great, a sphere. Have a look again. Through the looking glass, what can you see? I can see a pointy edge as well. That's right. What shape could it be? There's a few different shapes over here that have a pointed edge. Oh, we have our corners. We have our different parts of our shapes that have pointed edges. Let's take a look at which shape it might be. Great, cube. Let's take a look at this one. This has also got a pointed edge. What could this shape be? Have a think of the features that you can see. Line it up with one of the shapes and think which one you think it might match with. That's right, a triangular-based pyramid. All right, what could this one be? Similar, it has a curved part. What could it be? A cylinder, great. Let's take a look at what is the same about these 3D shapes. Right, we've got the cylinder and a cone. What do you notice that's similar about these shapes? Perhaps we could look at their edges. What do you notice? That's right, they both have one curved surface. Let's take a look at what might be different about these 3D shapes. Cylinder and a cube. Okay, we're looking at the differences this time. So what things are not the same? Okay, the cylinder has a curved surface and the cube does not. Can you see any other differences? All right, I'm thinking of a three-dimensional shape. My shape has two faces and one curved surface. The faces are circular. What is my shape? So in your mind, you need to make an image in your mind of what the shape might be. If you know already, you can call it out, say it aloud, and then you'll know that you were correct. Let's take a look at the answer. A cylinder has two faces and one curved surface. The faces are circular. Now we want to work out how each shape can move. So it's really important that you access this video because it will help you try and work out which way the shapes might move. So using the objects you made or collected over the last couple of days, we're going to think of different ways the shapes might move, and we're going to experiment with this. So I want you to try and have a practice of this before you complete the sheet that is for today's lesson. So there are a couple of videos to help you with this. So there's one video that will be a song, and another video that will have a little bit more detail for you to watch. So these are really great. If we were in the classroom, this is exactly what I would show you. So I hope you can follow the links and get an understanding of the ways that we can move different shapes. You might even be able to predict how these shapes move straight away. And then once you've had a turn of trying to move the shapes, you're going to fill out this sheet. So over here we have the shape. So this one's a rectangular prism. And then we're going to see if this shape can roll, see if this shape can slide, or see if this shape can stack. Okay, so you might need one or more shapes to see if it can stack. Because if you've only got one shape, it's hard to show that it can stack. So if you've got more of each shape, that's wonderful. If not, we'll just try and see if you can use something else to see if it will stack. Okay, so then we've got our sphere. So we're going to have a little experiment and we're going to see if it will roll, slide, or stack. Some of them might be able to do two things. They might be able to roll and stack when we move our shape in different ways. All right, the next one is a triangular pyramid, and then we've got a cone, and then we've got a cube, and then we have a cylinder. So you can just fill out that worksheet by writing yes or no. You might even like to take some photos and add it to our Google Classroom. We always love to see the photos of you experimenting and trying new things. So have a go with this. So firstly, complete the sheet by rolling, sliding, or stacking the 3D shapes and recording yes or no, or ticking and crossing. And then think about, was your prediction correct? Did you think that the rectangular prism was going to roll, stack, or slide? And just have a little think about these things and see what you've learned from actually having a go of rolling, sliding, and stacking. All right, I hope you go really well with that activity. I'm sure you will. Thank you. Bye.